sports fans, how y'all doing? Just me being me again. Taking me a little while to come up with this second video. I've recorded it twice before. There's some video camera issues, and then second time it was late at night and I was just all over the place. So we just want to sit back, relax, and try this again. So, Florida school shootings. There's nothing more I can say that hasn't already been said. All the talking heads, all the politicians, students, teachers, everybody's saying something needs to be done. Then again, I don't know as everybody really knows. They think they know what needs to be done. We want to ban the AR-15. Okay, so over here you got the AR-15, and you want to ban this. And then over here, you've got probably several million of them that are already out in the general population. So what more can you do? There has to be, you know, the pro-gun, and the anti-gun, and the, God forbid, the NRA could get involved, and see what exactly we can do to, I don't want to say reduce these kind of happenings, because there was mental illness involved, and the FBI missed it. Supposedly police came to his residence 39 different times, so we really can't be sure if there is in fact an easy answer. I saw a video today of a gathering down in Florida, around the school I guess. It was a very impassioned young lady, a student, that really put it to the politicians and everybody else, especially the NRA, for their financial contributions to the election process. That's a real terrible thing. So, don't know what the answer is, but somehow or other we're going to find out. Okay, let's try talking about the Mueller investigation. It appears that they've indicted 13 Russian individuals who they say were directly involved in this election process, trying to interfere and influence some of the issues that were going on, to the fact that presumably Russians came to the United States and was, you know, going around scoping out the landscape, see what the political situations were, and then tried to plan accordingly. Presumably they started back in 14, but I think everybody pretty much knows it was the 15 year, and then the 16th was the election process. So I think that's where they really became involved with false information, deceitful information, presumably planning rallies for and against Trump. I'm not sure how that works out. But anyways, you would think that we're probably going to want to try to extradite those 13 individuals. And I'm sure Russia just can't wait to send them over here. I know there was a Security Council or Security Committee meeting over in Europe someplace. And the Russians, of course, poo-pooed. Oh, God, no, we had nothing to do with it. No mas, no mas. So what are we going to do about the Russians? I don't know if we're going to do anything. So I just don't know where we're going to go with this Mueller investigation, but another item that I saw recently on TV tonight, that Manafort's assistant is going to turn state's evidence or something. So we're just never going to know the true story until such time as the Mueller investigation is over with. So now we're going to talk about immigration. which, as everybody knows, is a lingering question. Primarily the DACA situation, and then they've also got the chain migration, the lottery system, and of course, your friend and mine, the wall. Now, supposedly they were saying recently that the wall is not going to be an entire wall. It will be a structure of sorts, and then it'll be electronic surveillance. I'm sure they'll have some drone interventions and human intelligence. So I believe the Senate put forth 4 different proposals which covered each one of these items, and they voted them down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess the most pressing one, of course, is DACA, and that's the agreement that they operate under. Supposedly runs out on March 5. But there's also 2 judges. Someone's gone to court to stay that, and the judges approved the fact that they could continue to operate under the current DACA system without fear of deportation. And then again, listening to the various talking heads, they were talking about taking this issue to the Supreme Court. So I think the current administration is going to fight this tooth and nail, and we shall see what we shall see, because it's a never-ending question, and all of the previous administrations more or less have kicked the can down the road, and now we're where we're at, and nobody seems to be able to resolve the issues because you've got the right and the left, and we haven't been able to find the middle. So let's talk about newspapers. There was an item on the Drudge Report. Don't know if anybody follows the Drudge Report, but it's an interesting website to learn all the good, bad, and juicy stuff. And they had an article on there that someone seems to think that newspapers will be a dead issue in about 10 years. So I don't know exactly where they think it's going to go. I know that recent reporting from the New York Times indicated last year that their revenue stream accounted for 60% digital, and the balance was in regular newspaper operations. So who doesn't like to read a newspaper? And granted, I don't subscribe to a newspaper, but I read it as often as I can, either Sundays or on the weekends, or when I think I need to know something that I can go do the touchy-feely stuff, get a little ink on my hands. I had a friend of mine that I worked with a number of years ago, and every Monday he would bring the New York Times Sunday edition, and it'd take us a whole week to go through it all, to try to absorb all the information. So again, you know, along with supporting everybody else, we might want to consider supporting your local newspaper.